Hello everyone, Candidate Master Ranveer Moite here, and in this video I'm going to show you 3 checkmates that you must know after you have learned the basic rules of chess. Now these are checkmates that I teach to my beginner students after they have learned the rules. The reason is they teach you the very basics and fundamentals about chess strategy. They're also very fun to learn and also quite easy to memorize. So let's begin and let's go ahead with the first one. Now we'll go to the first checkmate, which is known as the fool's mate. It is the shortest possible checkmate in chess and it ends the game in just 2 moves. So what I would recommend you to do before you see all these checkmates is set up the chessboard in front of you and see them on the board, so that this way it will be easier for you to remember the mates. Okay, so we will begin. Now the first thing I want you to do before you play out the fool's mate on the chessboard is to flip the board and take black on your side, because we will deliver this checkmate. This fool's mate is delivered by black. Okay, white cannot checkmate in less than 2 moves. It's black who uses the fool's mate to checkmate in less than 2 moves. Okay, so let us see how this happens. White plays this pawn in front of the bishop, which is a very bad move. Not only it takes away this important square from the knight, but it also exposes the king slightly. You will see how. Black pushes the pawn in front of their king, and now they have opened this diagonal for the bishop, they have opened this diagonal for the king. Very good move from black. Now white plays g4. This is a big blunder, a huge mistake. And now all of a sudden black finishes off the game by taking their queen all the way to h4, and boom, the king is attacked. The king is in check. Can the white king escape from the check? Let's see. No, it cannot go here because the queen covers that path. Can white block the check? Is there a pawn? No, pawns don't come back. Pawns cannot block the check. None of these pieces can also get in, so not really. White cannot block the check either. Can white capture the piece giving the check? No. Like, there's no white piece that can capture this piece. Because of that, this is a checkmate. Game over. White has lost, black has won. Now in the next video you will see what's the right way for white to begin on the first move. Let's go ahead and see that. So in this checkmate, not only you will discover what is a good move to open with white on your first turn, but also this checkmate will show you a lot about coordination in chess and how pieces can come together and deliver a checkmate. Okay, so we will go and we will see how this checkmate is. If you have a chessboard in front of you, what I recommend is you to take the white side, because this checkmate is delivered by white. Okay, alright, so let's begin. First, white plays e4. Very good move. This move opens this diagonal for this bishop and also opens the diagonal for the queen. Okay, and as you will see, this proves very useful for white. Okay, after e4, black plays e5. Again, black also does the same, opens the diagonal for the bishop, opens the diagonal for the queen. Okay, and now white plays queen to f3. White brings their queen here. They have a threat. I will not reveal it right now. We'll soon see why. Knight c6, very good. Black develops their knight, and now white plays bishop to c4, and here white has got out their bishop, white has got out their queen. They have a very huge threat. If black doesn't see the threat, it's game over for them, and unfortunately black doesn't see it. Black plays knight to d4, attacking this queen and this pawn. Oh, now what to do? And now this is where white plays. Their bishop is eyeing here, their queen is eyeing here. Boom. Game over. Checkmate. Can this king capture the queen? No, there is a bishop protecting the queen. Can this king run away? I don't see so. The square is covered by the queen. And can black block the check? No. So the king cannot. So black cannot capture the piece giving the check. Black cannot run away from the check, and black cannot block the check. Because of this position is a checkmate. Black has lost the game. Not only this shows you not only we saw what is a good way to open, like white pushed the king's pawn forward 2 steps, but also how coordination in chess really works. Like in this case, this bishop is protecting the queen, and because this queen is protected, black king cannot capture the queen. Okay, so often in chess, when you coordinate your pieces together, they'll be able to attack the enemy king, they'll be able to attack the weaknesses in the opponent's position. Okay, this is just a very, very basic example of coordination. Okay, let's move on to the next example. So now the third and final checkmate that we are going to see is known as the legal's mate. This teaches a very, very important concept in chess, one which many beginners need to learn, and one which is super, super, let's say, important in chess. So again, if you have a chessboard in front of you, set up all the pieces, take white on your side, because this checkmate is delivered by white. We'll see how it happens. Okay, so the first move here white plays is this: king's pawn 2 steps forward. It opens the diagonal for the queen, opens the diagonal for the bishop. Very good move. Black does the same. King's pawn forward 2 steps. White takes out the knight. Okay, very good. Now this is good. You want to take out the knight towards the center and attack the pawn. Very good move. Knight c6, very good. Again, black also takes out the knight and protects this pawn. Okay. Now white plays here bishop c4. Okay, white brings out his bishop on an open diagonal, attacking this pawn. Again, very, very good. And after this, black plays here d6. Not the best move, because what this does is, this is saying to this bishop, you cannot move out now. Oops, you have to stay inside. This is not what you want to do. You want to give your pieces freedom to go out, to keep an eye on the opponent's territory. Okay, that is ideally what you want. But okay, this is still not a bad move. It's a move you can play, fine. Knight c3, you develop this knight, very good. Bishop g4. Oh, now black is saying, I have pinned your knight, white. Now if you move the knight, poppa, you lose the queen. So be careful. This knight cannot move away so easily. So white is like, okay, I'm gonna say your bishop to back off. Just get away with your bishop. Don't stay here and pin my knight. That's what white says. The bishop falls back here. The bishop says, okay, I don't mind, I'll fall back. Now again, if you move your knight, again, you lose your queen. If you go here, oppa, you lose the queen. So it doesn't work. White is like, really? White captures this pawn. Black is like, very happy. I told you, I warned you, you lose your queen. Ooh. And white lost the queen. But white gained something even more valuable than that. White goes now bishop to f7. White captures this pawn. And it's a check. Black king cannot capture the bishop. The knight is protecting it. Black king cannot run here. The knight is covering the square. So the black king has to go to e7. And now white plays knight to the center of the board. Knight to d5. Checkmate. Checkmate. This black king cannot escape. Like, look. Can this king go here? No. The knight is controlling this. Can it go here? No. The bishop is controlling it. Can it capture the bishop? No. The knight is protecting the bishop. Can it go here? No. The bishop is controlling the square. So, can it go here? No, because this knight is controlling the square. And all of a sudden, this black king cannot run away. At the same time, black cannot capture the knight that is giving the check. And black can never block a knight check because the knight can jump over any blockade. Okay, so because of this reason, black king is in a checkmate. And this teaches a very, very important lesson. You can be up a queen, but if you don't care about your king, if you leave your king exposed and it gets checkmated, you lose. It doesn't matter if you have an extra queen, it doesn't matter if you have 10 extra rooks or 10 extra pawns or a million bishops, it doesn't matter. If your king gets checkmated by the opponent, no matter how small an army your opponent has, you lose. So remember, you want to keep your king safe. Yes. I hope this is clear to you, and I hope you enjoyed learning about the 3 checkmates. Thank you for watching, and and I'll see you in the next one.